Thanks for joining us. I'm Sharon Yu. We've got breaking news this midday. The BCA just identified the 3 troopers who pulled over Ricky Cobb II before his shooting death on I-94 earlier this week. In a release, the BCA said Trooper Ryan Londrigan fired his department handgun, shooting and killing Cobb during the traffic stop. We've learned Londrigan has only been in law enforcement for about a year and a half. The other 2 officers are Brett Seed and Garrett Erickson. All 3 men are on administrative leave until the BCA's investigation is complete. According to an attorney, the troopers were attempting a probable cause hold on Cobb for violating a domestic abuse order for protection, which is legal. Right now, there's a search for a man who went missing near an island on Bald Eagle Lake in White Bear Lake. The missing man is Mark Lowell. We spoke with his nephew this morning, and he sent us this picture. Lowell's family says Lowell and his girlfriend were spending time on a pontoon last night. Then around 8 o'clock, Lowell went into the water. Lowell's girlfriend saw him struggling and yelling for help before he went under. We have a crew on the scene and we'll be sure to update you. Today, police are investigating a homicide in St. Paul's North End. Officers got called to Manitoba Avenue West just before 11 last night. When they got there, officers say they found a man who was shot in the head. The person died at the scene.
Lots of loss, sadness, and upset people based on tonight's events. So we're thinking of those family members, we're thinking of the community, and we're trying to come up with some answers as we speak.
Police also say a second person was grazed by a bullet. That person is expected to be okay. A few hours ago, Lizzo responded to allegations of sexual harassment and creating a toxic work environment. The allegations were made by 3 of her former dancers who are now suing her. In this new Instagram post, Lizzo denies the allegations, calling them unbelievable and, quote, too outrageous to not be addressed. She goes on to say that she is not the villain that people and the media have portrayed her as. The singer also thanked the people who reached out to support her. All right, we're looking at the hottest day of the week, but there's some welcome relief in sight. Let's get to Ben Derry with your forecast.
Once again, the big weather story today is the high heat and humidity. We're seeing the heat index value in the mid-90s through a good chunk of this afternoon. That's just shy of heat advisory criteria, but still, it's going to be that uncomfortably warm temperatures that we see through the rest of the afternoon. Heading into tomorrow, the heat will begin to break. And we are eyeing up a weak cool front that's moving in from the north. We will see a few spotty showers, maybe a garden variety thunderstorm develop along the leading edge of this, which is basically stretched along the I-94 corridor. Again, a spotty shower through the metro about mid-afternoon, possibly, but these showers should be moving, so we should not have the urban street flooding like we saw yesterday evening. And as the sun goes down, any shower that does develop is quickly going to be fizzling away. Here's your weekend getaways forecast. Friday is going to be the driest, warmest day of the weekend. A few spotty showers possible on Saturday. This is a slow-moving weather system that's going to move overhead later in the weekend, so Saturday night into Sunday, looking pretty wet. We could be looking at a steady, moderate to even heavy rain. Widespread soaking rain looking more and more likely as we head into Sunday. Drying out by Monday and temperatures closer to seasonal norms. We're back in the low 80s most of next week.
If you were thinking about smoking legal pot at the state fair, well, that light's been blown out. State fair officials have updated their rules, saying they won't let anyone smoke marijuana on the fairgrounds. Plus, even with the popularity of seltzers and gummies, the state fair also will not allow anyone to use or sell any kind of THC products on the grounds, a rule that they say they put into effect last year. Check this out. It's your first look at the Prince Rogers Nelson Memorial Highway sign in Chanhassen, decked out in purple. MnDOT just started installing those signs around 10 o'clock this morning. A bipartisan bill to rename Highway 5's east stretch near Paisley Park passed this past spring. As if Prince's artistic career wasn't enough, Minnesotans can now join him on a highway to a lasting legacy. See what we did there? That's all for now. See you back here for another update in just about half an hour.